Now that you've had a chance to learn a little bit about Bitcoin, now we're going to talk about why the world needs it. Thomas Jefferson, our third president, once said, "I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous than standing armies. If the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of currency, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of their property until their children wake up homeless on the continent that their fathers conquered." First, let me give you an example of the control our banks and card processing companies currently practice without legitimate reasons. Now, some of you may be familiar with the name WikiLeaks. For those of you who aren't, WikiLeaks is a non-for-profit media organization whose goals are to provide an online safe haven for their journalists and other publishers to safely post their stories. They provide a secure and anonymous way for sources to leak information to their journalists. When publishing stories, they often show original source materials, which preserves evidence of truth. In 2010, Visa and MasterCard coordinated a banking blockade against WikiLeaks, preventing donators from being able to send in donations. In 2014, Datacell, who runs WikiLeaks, filed to sue both Visa and MasterCard for acting without legitimacy, which states violations to the Sherman Antitrust Act, a Virginia Antitrust Act, as well as federal laws prohibiting tortious interference with business expectancies, along with civil conspiracy between Visa and MasterCard. So as you know by now, Bitcoin is a decentralized currency. This means it's not run by or under the control of any one organization or person. Banks, however, are private companies that have private interests. They are run by and under the control of people who can be manipulated and corrupted to suit the private interests. While most governments are involved and largely exist to protect the people from these corrupt organizations, it is often too late and so large and impactful that it affects our economy. Also, the government itself is not immune to the same corruption. This is where Bitcoin comes in. Having a decentralized currency removes the need of people. It's a system that can keep itself in check and balance and cannot be altered, since every member of the blockchain network has an active, up-to-date ledger comparing every Bitcoin transaction. If someone attempts manipulation on a ledger, the blockchain network won't come to a unanimous consensus and reject the changes automatically. Thanks to Bitcoin, now the entire world has access to the convenience of digital online banking. In 2012, Bloomberg published an article about how half the world doesn't have access to a bank or simply can't afford to use one. This is shocking for most of us to hear because we think of banks as being ubiquitous, and having an account seems required to make transactions. Since there are very little to no fees associated with Bitcoin, anyone can use it without losing money. As long as someone has internet access, you can create an online wallet for free and then purchase or trade for Bitcoin. If you don't trust online wallets to hold your Bitcoins, alternatively, you can use an offline wallet, a device invented just to store your Bitcoins, sort of like pulling money out of the bank as cash. Since many things on the internet are free for users such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other popular social media sites, you find there are more people who have an account with these popular social media sites than bank accounts. Bitcoin enables trading for those who can't have access to bank accounts or afford them. I think we can all agree that banks have too much control and we need a better economic system that can't be influenced by greed and corruption. Bitcoin provides us with a way, and banks know this. They and other leading organizations and venture capitalists are looking to secure their interests in Bitcoin-based technology, investing over $1 billion in total. I'm going to close here with a quote from one of the world's leading experts on innovation, Don Tapscott, who recently stated that Bitcoin's underlying blockchain technology could be bigger than the internet. Historically, any burgeoning industry has been ripe with entrepreneur opportunity for early adopters and trendsetters. And I'll share a couple of those ideas with you in an upcoming video.